Do you ever get the feeling that you see the world differently from others? Like you notice things that other people don't? It's not that you're weird. It's just that you see the world more deeply than others. You have a deep personality. After all, you're curious, intelligent, and sophisticated, and in the age of technology and automated sensationalized newsfeeds, these traits aren't exactly common. Rather than fitting into the limited box society has created for you, you've decided to think for yourself and create your path. While there are many benefits to this, it also means that most people find it hard to handle you. In my experience, these kinds of people are pretty special and unique. Here are 17 traits of what I believe comprise a unique and complex personality that you might relate to. 1. You say what you mean and mean what you say, so many people are afraid to speak their mind because they don't want to be criticized. They don't want to be seen as weird for thinking differently than everyone else. But you're not like this. You have to express what you feel because it would be inauthentic not to. It would be superficial, and in your mind, nothing good ever comes from superficial communication. You know that if you're going to develop meaningful connections with others and make a positive impact in life, then you have to ignore the naysayers and express yourself fully. It's the only way. 2. You don't depend on others for your happiness. We've all been there. In a relationship that consumes your whole being, and then when it's all over, you feel utterly traumatized. But this was a learning lesson you didn't take for granted. It made you realize that the only way forward is being happy with who you are, whether you're single or in a relationship. In my experience, if you're a unique and complex personality, you love having authentic relationships, but you also know that it's your responsibility to look after yourself. 3. You hate small talk. It's not so much the boring questions that annoy you. It's the routine, superficial answers that irk you to your core. When someone says, "I'm good," it lacks so much meaning that it really shouldn't be said. This is why you stay away from small talk. For you, it only serves to reinforce the robotic robots that most people have become. You want to know more than how someone is doing. You want them to be honest, to express themselves, and not care about other people judging them. You want to know the purpose behind someone's actions and why they wake up in the morning. These are the kinds of conversations that get your juices flowing. 4. Action is what matters to you. We all know that person that's a smooth talker. They say all the right things and seem ridiculously articulate, but when it comes down to it, they don't back it up with action. This is especially the case with the rise of the internet and social media. You can appear however you want without backing it up with results. These superficial words can fool most people, but not you. You know that action is the only thing that matters. You use your critical thinking skills to assess whether someone is the real deal. You've become so good at it that you can smell bullshit from a mile away. 5. You love to listen to others and learn about other people. Learning is what gets your juices flowing. When you learn about someone else, it makes you feel like you're entering a whole new, beautiful, and complex world. This makes you a fantastic conversationalist because the other person feels like they're the only person on the planet at the time. This immediately puts others at ease and makes them comfortable. You know that too many people's egos drive conversations. But when you're in a conversation, egos are checked at the door. 6. You can't stand insensitivity, idiocy, or ignorance. Your self-taught knowledge is something you're immensely proud of. So when others make instant judgments about people and things they don't know anything about, it irks you to your core. You've put time into your brain, and you encourage others to do the same. In a world of Google and algorithmic newsfeeds you have no control over, you know that thinking for yourself is one of the most important qualities one can have. 7. You don't seek attention. Craving attention because of your looks or status is something you just can't understand. You'd rather be recognized for your complexity and depth. That's why you take the time to get to know someone. You know there's so much more to a person than what appears on the surface. 8. You let your emotions come as they are. Many people fight against their emotions because they don't want to feel the full spectrum of emotions that come with being human. But if you want to be human, you need to let those emotions come as they are and not fight against them. Experiencing emotions allows you to have the fullest human experience and it feeds your soul. If you find yourself feeling all the feels all the time, it's likely that you have a deep soul. Free video training. From toxic to healthy relationships, 1 hour 45 minutes. Available for a limited time. 9. You've allowed your heart to be broken. People who have deep souls feel a tremendous amount of emotion regularly, and that can set them up for a lot of heartbreak and disappointment when they realize that others don't feel the way they do. If you have had your heart broken and allowed yourself to feel the full extent of that heartbreak, then you probably have a deep soul. It can be painful at times, but you know it's worth it to feel the pain so you can enjoy the better human emotions. 10. You appreciate experiences more than the material things in life. When you have a deep soul, it can take a lot of time and effort to feed it and give it what it needs. You've probably found that you don't get a lot of pleasure out of material things, but a walk in the woods makes you feel alive and well. People with deep souls need to look beyond the things they own to find comfort and to feel alive. A new cell phone won't do that for you. You probably spend time learning, getting outside, and going on adventures with those you love. That's what a deep soul needs to thrive. 11. You love people's character. You don't judge people by their social media profiles. You get to know them as real people. You still call friends, and you still go out to lunch, instead of just talking about meeting up for lunch. There's a real connection that happens when you are around people, and that's because you fall in love with their character. You see them for who they are and what they can add to your life, as well as what you can add to theirs. It's a proper exchange between two people. 12. You try to always be kind to others. While it is hard to be nice to those who are not nice to you, you see the value in going out of your way to being nice to someone. Your soul is grateful when you do nice things for people. Saying thank you, or giving a compliment to someone is a simple way to feed your soul. 13. You take time to consider the worldview of things. You are a people person through and through, but you also care deeply about the people who are not right in front of you. You feel compassion and heartache for those who are less fortunate than you, and you want to help those who can't help themselves. You feel responsible for your share of the planet and take that responsibility to heart by doing your part to prevent further damage. Your soul lights up when you do these things, and that's good for everyone. 14. You feel inspired by the world around you. You see beauty in everything and seek out the things you love the most. You surround yourself with things that inspire you, and your soul feels better when you've spent some time taking in the beauty that is all around. You see why art enthusiasts love spending time in museums, and you can appreciate why hikers spend time in the mountains. There is beauty if we are only willing to see it. 15. You fall in love with places. Wherever you go, you take a little bit of the place home with you. Whether you are visiting a new place or just exploring your backyard, you find meaning and truth in the new things you discover. Your soul thrives when you are visiting new places, and so travel is an important part of your life, even if it's just in your imagination. 16. You take things to heart. Some might say you are too sensitive, but you know that you just feel things more deeply than others. This can be a curse and a blessing. It allows your soul to connect with others on a deeper level, but it also means you expose yourself to pain at times. Despite the occasional bad feelings, your deep soul is better for having experienced a wide range of human emotions, and you welcome them, regardless of what they bring. 17. You pay attention to the smallest details about a person or place. Just like detail-oriented people, when you meet someone new, you find things to like about them right away. When you visit a new town or city, you see things that appeal to you. You don't look for flaws in anyone or anything. Your soul is more at peace when you are grateful for the new connection or new experience, so you like to live in that state as much as possible. Your deep soul is uniquely you, and you find unique things about those people and places in your lives that you connect with and grow because of having met or experienced them.